Hello everyone and welcome to this session. Today we will answer the all-important question that must be in minds of all the viewers here. How do we manage to prepare for both board exams as well as IPMAT entrance exams? So, maintaining a proper balance with your study is very crucial. So, in this session, I'll give you some tips, some inputs as to how could you go about doing this. But before I do that, let's take a step back and let's understand what this exam is all about. So, Integrated Program and Management is a 5-year program that was originally launched by IIM Indore more than a decade back. And IIM Indore, when they started this program, it attracted attention of all management aspirants across the nation because obviously of brand IIM. And IIM Indore being one of the old IIMs, everybody got attracted towards this, and rightly so, because remember, when you pursue this 5-year program, it's as if you are going to do both graduation as well as post-graduation. That means it's almost like a BBA plus MBA kind of a program. After some time, IIM Rohtak also started offering an IPM program. Then IIM Ranchi joined, IIM Bodh Gaya, IIM Jammu. So currently there are 5 IIMs in India which offer IPM program. As far as entrance exams are concerned, IIM Indore has a separate exam, IPMAT exam, and IIM Indore entrance exam is extremely popular because it's not only IIM Indore which admits on the basis of the performance in their exam, IIM Ranchi also accept the scores of their entrance exam. Other premier colleges like IIFT or let's say TAPME, Nalsar, Hyderabad, they also started accepting IIM Indore IPMAT scores. So by far that's the most important entrance exam. IIM Rohtak on the other hand has its own entrance exam, separate entrance exam. IIM Bodh Gaya and IIM Jammu, they joined hands and they have collectively come up with a joint entrance exam called IPMAT. So basically there are 3 separate entrance exams if one wants to do IPM program from IIMs. So it's very important that you do good preparation for this exam because the level of competition will be on the higher side. But having said that, it's much more easier to end up in IIMs through IPM program than it is to get in their MBA program after graduation. So anybody who is in 10th standard, 11th standard and is aspiring to make a career in the field of management, I would strongly advocate you write IPMAT exam without fail because this is the easier way of pursuing education from these prestigious business schools called Indian Institute of Management. Now, if we want to appear for these exams, we should know what will be the tentative timeline of these exams. So, let's start with IIM Indore. IIM Indore IPMAT exam date has been announced as 12th of May 2025. IIM Rohtak has also announced its date. The examination will take place on 5th of May. That means 1 week prior to IIM Indore. Now, Symbiosis International University, they have got several business schools which offer BBA programs and they have an entrance exam called SET, Symbiosis Entrance Test. This exam will be administered twice on 5th and 11th of May 2025. Similarly, Christ University situated in Bangalore, which is one of the good private universities in India, they also have a BBA program and they have an entrance exam which will be administered on 9th of May. So, if you notice the dates are such that they may clash with some of the board exams that you people will have, and even if they are not exactly clashing with your board exam dates, there will always be a clash between the preparation duration that you need to keep aside for both the activities. Hence, there was a request from the student community that we should do a video on this. So that's the reason we decided to do a short video wherein I'll touch upon the important tips that you should bear in mind that you will help you in not only excel in the board exams, but also do a good job with your IPMAT performance. So how exactly should we go about doing this? Let's understand that. To start with, friends, it's very important that you do well in both the exams, not only your board exams, but also IPMAT exam. Some students, they ask me, sir, why is it important that I do well in board exam? If I do well in IPMAT, isn't it enough? Not really, friends. The reason for that is, there are two reasons. Reason number one, I am Rohtak, I am Ranchi, for example, I am Jammu, for example, I am Bodh Gaya, for example. There are IIMs which do take into consideration your performance in 10th and 12th in their final selection stage. Remember, the admission process in IPM program, usually in most places, will be a two-stage process. In the first stage, you will write an entrance exam, and if you do well, they will shortlist you and invite you for the second stage, which usually will involve personal interview. In some places, other activity may also take place, but personal interview invariably will happen in almost all business schools. There are one or two exceptions to this, but in majority of the places, it will be a two-stage process. So, during the final selection stage, your 10th and 12th would play a part in some places like I am Rohtak, for example. So, it makes sense to do a good job with your board exams also. The second reason, and more important reason, is if you have got a good percentage of marks in your academics, it will always give you confidence at every stage in your life. So, whenever you put your resume, obviously the HR community will give a glance on it, and if you have got good percentage of marks in your board exam, it gives them a good impression of you. So it's important that you do a good job in both board exams as well as IPMAT entrance exams. Now, how should you go about doing this? The first suggestion is, please make a note of your daily routine for few days. Don't make any changes. Whatever way you spend your day, please make sure you keep noting it down in a diary or a paper somewhere. So for at least 4 to 5 days, make a note of all the activities that you are performing. Don't make any changes. The way usually you spend the day is the same way you continue for 4 or 5 days. Maybe you would watch reels on Instagram, or maybe you are chatting on WhatsApp with your family members and friends. Maybe you watch television, maybe you go out with friends. Whatever activities you are performing, don't change any of them for few days. 4 to 5 days, make a note of it on a piece of paper. Then sit down and have a look at it carefully. Notice what are the good things you are doing, what are the wrong activities that you are indulging in that is leading to a lot of waste of time. You have to do a little bit of self-analysis. You can also take help of your parents. You can take help of your teachers, your siblings. You definitely can take help from them. Then prepare a new daily timetable for yourself. This should only be done after the previous step has been undertaken. And when you make a daily timetable, there are a few things that you have to bear in mind. Point number one, it should be a realistic timetable. Some students, they go overboard. They say, I'm going to sleep only for 4 hours. I'm going to study most of the time. It's not realistically possible to do that. So the timetable that you prepare has to be a realistic timetable which gives you ample amount of time for sleep, because sleep is very crucial. At least sleep for 8 hours, friends. That will keep you energetic throughout the day as such. Also, when you are planning your timetable, always keep some buffer time, because sometimes what happens is certain tasks we may not complete on time because of some unforeseen circumstances. So there should always be a little bit of buffer time, a little bit of leeway to extend that activity. Once you have made up this daily timetable, wherein you clearly mention when will you wake up, what activities will you do after you have woken up, when will you go to college, when will you go to time, when do you come back, how much time should I study? Should I study once at a stretch for many hours, or do I need to break it up? How many hours do I want to keep aside for my board exam preparation? How many hours I want to keep aside for preparation for IPMAT? It should be done in a very clear and concise manner. Once you have done that, probably it makes sense to again revise it after a few days. because once you try to implement it, you may feel that I have been extremely liberal with the way I have scheduled these activities and I want to change the schedule. Feel free to revise it. So after 2 or 3 revisions, you will be ready with the final draft of your daily timetable. Remember, you should have 2 timetables. A separate timetable for working days when you are going to your school or college, and a separate timetable whenever you have got holidays. There will be so many holidays that will come up, isn't it? You will have Republic Day, you will have a holiday for Holi, for Raksha Bandhan. Like whenever you have got a holiday, or let's say Saturday and Sunday is off for your school. So whenever it's a holiday, you should have a separate timetable because you have a lot of free time. Make your holidays count. Don't use it for going on vacation, or don't use it for spending the whole day at your grandmother's house. Not really. Make your holidays count. Spend as much time as possible. Please spend as much time as possible preparing for IPMAT exam, preparing for your board exams. But it's also very important that you plan your leisure activities. Don't get me wrong. I am not asking you to completely give up on leisure activities. You definitely need some activities to chill out, right? So that you don't feel burned out as a result of studying for long hours. Always take a break from studies also, but plan it out. Maybe once a week, go out for dinner with your family or friends, right? Once a month, plan one movie outing, for example. Every day, plan for 10-15 minutes of talking to your friends over phone, for example. So there should be small breaks in middle, and also take power naps in middle. When you have been studying for 3 hours, 4 hours at a stretch and you're feeling very tired, generally what do? Most people will take out their mobile phone and watch reels, watch YouTube videos. That will actually make you feel even more tired. Best way of rejuvenation would be by taking a small nap, short nap. Sleep for 10-15 minutes. Keep an alarm in your phone. Take a short break. Take a power nap. And then wake up. I'm sure you will feel very energetic once you're woken up from a power nap. If you are habituated to drinking coffee or tea, you can have it. If you're not habituated, there is no need to begin now. But make sure that you feel fresh whenever you sit down to study as such. But do plan leisure time activities also, so that you feel energetic and you don't feel very bored. Finally, last but not the least, take good care of your health. I am talking about both physical health as well as mental health. If you fall sick, if you're down with fever, if you're down with any other ailment, whether physical or mental, you will not be able to prepare well for these exams. So please ensure you avoid junk food, you eat nutritious food, you have ample amount of sleep, indulge in physical exercise also, meditation also. Just short duration should be kept aside for these activities so that your mental and physical health is up to the mark. These are ways in which you will be able to manage both IPMAT entrance exam preparation as well as board exam preparation. Alright, so I hope you will implement these inputs when you prepare for these upcoming exams. So with this, I have come to the end of this session. If you like this video, do share it with your friends who may also be aspiring to write these exams. And do hit the like button and subscribe to our channel because we regularly upload these kind of videos. Thank you everyone for watching this video.